driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I have chats from another one going on. Why does this seem off? There we go. Little more balanced. Yeah, I saw that. I was actually going to send you a text saying I'm going live on another one, but it looks like it worked out. Yeah, I don't know what happened on the other one. My internet, something happened and it froze for a little bit. So, well, it is what it is, right? You have been so lovey today, dude. What do you want? You just want love? I know you want out, but it's too cold. Yeah. Be nice if it would warm up, man. We're at like 60 degrees, but we've had a lot of wind. All right. He's my lovey one. He's making biscuits. To the taste of the biscuit. Love the taste of the biscuit. You're my little kitty drummer. So we're going to be reading out of AA Comes of Age. I just kind of opened it up and it was talking about the third tradition and kind of different stories in it and maybe a different purview or whatever. Now, I no longer live in Aurora. I live in Northland now, but yeah, Aurora is actually the largest city in Colorado. It's not Denver. It is Aurora, but I live in Northland now. I'm in Adams County. So, Aurora needs a lot of help. I was living there. I was doing a lot of stuff, but God called me somewhere else, and talk with Adams County went as well it could be expected. So we're going to be doing things a little differently with communication. And what they're doing is they're going to start helping out with the church. They want to use this as a resource. I think that's kind of their way of apologizing. All right, kitten. Okay, that's enough. All right, I've had my fill of love today. I'm not Mr. Touchy-feely. Okay, that's enough, dude. Go bug your mother. Go bug your mother. Welcome to the Daily Trudge, where I play with my cat and Michelle and I hang out. Yeah, it's start, she understood where I was coming from. She can make changes. She did a lot of writing. She listened. If you're here, please say hello. But, she even admitted to me that in her own family, there's problem with addiction. And I told her, it used to be 1 in every 10 families was affected by drugs and alcohol, but with fentanyl, everyone is affected by it. So when I say that I'm going to help, it's everybody that needs help. The whole community needs us. We talk about how Al-Anon and Alateen is our prevention. And if they're not utilizing that for prevention, then we need to start doing that. So I'm gonna start on page 102 in AA Comes of Age. If you have the book and want to follow along, a lot of people don't have this book. It was given to me, so that's why I have it. Tradition 3 for a long time was a puzzler too. The only requirement for AA membership is a sincere. Now it is a sincere desire to stop drinking. So this would be the third. We are on the third version of Tradition 3. Tradition 3 used to state the only requirement for AA membership is an honest desire to stop drinking. A lot of people could not make the qualification of that honest. So we took it out. Now we got another one in here. Sincere. Okay. So here's the thing is that's kind of an adjective in there. It's describing something. It's describing desire. Okay. And no word needs to be before that, right? So now it's the only requirement for AA membership is a desire to stop drinking, and that is it. See, we didn't need sincere. We didn't need honest. We didn't need total. We didn't need any other word right there. So it was taken out. I didn't realize that there was another one before it. So we just learned something new. I never heard this sincere desire to stop drinking until now. We worried a lot about membership. In fact, when heavy publicity first came our way, we were scared witless. We said to ourselves, won't all kinds of odd people show up? Yep. All sorts of odd people are going to show up. You bet. Complications, alcohol mixed with other things. In those days, we were always talking about the mythical character called the pure alcoholic, no complications, you understand, just a guzzler. Here's the thing. We are searching for that ease and comfort, and when alcohol is no longer taking care of it, we will mix sedatives. Yeah, we will mix it with drugs to enhance. And that's where dangers can come in for us. Remember when you got a prescription that said don't drink? Do not take while drinking? And you got excited? Yeah. We actually thought we were like that ourselves. Hence, when members began pouring in and our worry mounted, won't there be mighty queer people? Won't there be criminals? Won't there be social undesirables, we asked? Mixed with a certain amount of snobbishness and smugness, this was downright fear. We simply did not know what or who would turn up. Since that early time, literally all kinds of people have found their way into Alcoholics Anonymous. Our exclusiveness is now very broad indeed. For example, not too long ago, I sat talking in my office with a member who bears a title of Countess. The same night, I went to an AA meeting. It was a winter night, and there was a mild-looking little gent taking the coats. He was not charging anything either. He was just doing it to be obliging. I said, "Who's that little guy?" And somebody answered, "Oh, he's been around for a very long time. Everybody likes him. He used to be one of Al Capone's mobs." That's how universal AA is today. It's even more universal now. See, alcohol does not understand what color you are, what gender you are, what your preferences are. It doesn't understand that. It doesn't care about it. And neither do I. I'd like to say neither does AA, but there's a lot of snobbish fucking recovery people. They like to give advice. Now, my advice is shut the fuck up. But it took us a long, long time to become really democratic. Now, this is not democratic in the sense that we are talking about with politics. It just means we vote. That's all it means. There used to be so many membership rules out among the groups that if they were all enforced at once, nobody could have joined Alcoholics Anonymous. But as our fears subsided, we finally said to ourselves, who are we to keep anybody out? Too many a desperate drunk AA is the court for his last appeal. How can we slam the door on anybody who stands outside? No, we must never do that. We must always take the risk, no matter who comes in. But for the grace of God go I, man. But for the grace of God go I. Maybe our public relations will be damaged because a few strange characters are among us. Of course, our public relations are important, but is not the real character of the society still more important? Who of us dares to say, no, you can't come in, thereby setting himself up as judge, jury, and perhaps executioner of his own brother alcoholic? So the experience through the years, now distilled in Tradition 3, says, you are an AA member if you say so. No matter what you have done or still will do, you are an AA member so long as you say so. Yeah, as long as you say so. I cannot declare you an alcoholic. Okay? Any dues that needed to be paid have already been paid for you. You already went through a life of living hell, man. You paid the price, you earned your seat. And I don't care if it was a year of drinking. You still paid the price. Okay? The price is you. See, some people we have yets or things that maybe we haven't lost through alcohol. Okay? Those are what we call the yets. And to make rules around why somebody should be a member is saying you are not an alcoholic unless you are this. Therefore, creating a rock bottom. And we can't do that. We are a group of people that meets others where they are at. Okay? It's kind of like what I do in the community. I go out, I find out what the need is, and then I go get that need. It's very straightforward. It's not easy work, right? But it's pretty straightforward to me on what needs to be done. And I know that because I've been through the process. And I've been through the process more than once. And then I've also taken a lot of other people through the process. So I think in Zoom meetings, we need to be a little bit more careful. A few weeks ago, there was somebody and they were talking and it's not like they just weren't big on the God thing. And they're allowed, They're allowed to talk about that. But somebody else didn't like it and they removed them from the meeting. Okay. If you're a host or a co-host at a meeting, that is not power. That is responsibility. And I am not going, like sometimes there's some weird names, right? Well, people use Zoom for all sorts of things. I've seen Bilbo Baggins come in, but the person just forgot to change their name. They changed the name. So I know we don't like bombers and things like that, but I used to crank call. I used to ding dong ditch. Um, yeah, pay for the price of what I do much. People get so upset with these bombers. Oh, did they interfere with your space? And then go to an in-person meeting. Right? I think it's kind of a wussy way out to hide behind your camera. I really do. Or to remove somebody because you don't like what they're saying. No. Right? I mean, what's the most important part of the meeting? Is it safety? No. It's helping the newcomer. Okay. And sometimes we have to be careful, Yet I would like it if we would think like yesterday, so my 3 p.m. It's a newcomer meeting. That means we don't talk on anything beyond 3, or we shouldn't be, unless we're talking 11 or 12. You can work on those too. Because there's plenty of topics. And yesterday we were covering the 5th step for the 2nd time in a row. And there were a bunch of people in there that would say, I've relapsed, I've done this, I've done that. So I put up my hand immediately. I'm like, well, let's talk about relapse prevention. This is what I went through. Okay. Now we're more on topic. Okay. A lot of times I don't pick a topic until I'm there because I don't know what people are going through yet. So what I do is I listen to people at the beginning of the meeting because we usually tend to share our problems. And that's where I get my topics from. Yeah. It's all based on need. I might have one in mind, but it is liable to change. Okay. Especially when I have a lot of people come in, they say, I had this amount of time and I fucked up. I like, okay, then God's trying to tell us what we need to talk about. And as a chairperson, as long as I don't have all this other bullshit going on, then I can focus on that. So, yeah, huh? When it's put that way, it makes a lot more sense on why our membership rules are what they are. And the membership rule is you're a member if you say you're a member. We don't have to worry about people coming in and, acting like an alcoholic. Some drug addicts do that, but, nobody comes into AA skipping. So we don't have to worry about imposters. Well, you know what I mean. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope you have a great day. And yeah, I love you. Peace out. And